Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
For that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Here's Jackson to return. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 2nd and 5 now. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, You know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
On first down, here's Breida. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
That's complete right around the 8. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Here's Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that of just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. And this one's incomplete.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3.
Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone. But they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Jones. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Second and 8 coming up. Throwing Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now it's the backup Goff. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a play fake, and it's Goff.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Lions have taken the lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's caught by Waller out left side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Jones to throw on 3rd down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Goff on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On first down, it's Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Goff throwing again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the red zone now, Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Batchley, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
He's got room at the 30.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Out of the shotgun, Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Bellinger taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are back within a score. Extra point try good by Gano. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. It's hard to do. When you see a guy cutting in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Gibbs,
and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. And
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Goff now looks to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones dancing to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, Stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Campbell making the catch. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Off play action. Jones. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. The 20.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibbs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time backing in this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, those guys are hard to find.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Finding space at the 40. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll try the left side. It's Gibbs. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made here by Campbell. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Little out route here, complete to Shepard.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Going for the deep ball.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe one of... And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Paris Campbell, 34 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Gano the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.